Hello, we're here today to talk about some vocabulary words. We're going to talk about vocabulary words that are from the book Birds. And the first word we're going to learn is from the chapter on feathers and wings. And it says here that most birds have strong wings and can fly fast and far. Many travel hundreds of miles each year when they migrate to new places. And migrate is our first word today. And sometimes you can figure out what a word means just by listening to the words that are around it in the book. So I'm going to read this again, and I want you to think about what migrate might mean based on what words are before it or after it. Most birds have strong wings and can fly fast and far. Many travel hundreds of miles each year when they migrate to new places. So I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking that migrate might have something to do with traveling hundreds of miles, and that they can fly fast and far, and that they have to go to new places. All those things make me think about the word migrate. So here's a picture that goes with our vocabulary word migrate. And here's our word. And it says here that migrate means to move from one country or area to another. Now what you might notice on this card is that it's divided in half. One half is showing where birds might live where it's nice and warm, and the other half is showing where it's cold. And so what they're saying is that birds travel from where it's cold to where it's warm so that they can survive. Living in Seattle's one of the places where birds migrate to. We're like the warm place that they come to. Migrate also can mean something for people. Sometimes we think about people might have to travel to live someplace else, and they might be looking for a job or a place where they can live with their families, and maybe a place where they can be happy and safe. So they might migrate from one country to a new place to live. You might think about, who do you know who's migrated to the United States maybe, or maybe they migrated to another country. Maybe you know someone who's left the United States and went to go live in another country. You might tell about them. We've heard about some of them in our family presentations. Okay, I'm going to go on to a new word, and it is in the chapter about hungry birds. And it says in this chapter on hungry birds, I'll show you the picture, and it's over here. It says, many birds such as peacocks and chickens eat seeds and fruit. Some birds dine on insects and worms. And our second word today is the word dine. Dine means the same thing as eat, and so when two words mean kind of the same thing, those are called synonyms. Here's our picture card for the word dine, and it shows a picture of maybe a father and a son, and they are eating together. They are dining. Dine means eat, so it's a synonym for it. So if you think about what you like to dine on, that might be an interesting thing to write about. And let's see, our next word there's two words on this page that we're going to be talking about. Here's our picture. And one word is, in the first sentence it says, hummingbirds are amazing flyers. And the word is amazing. I wonder why hummingbirds are amazing flyers. Amazing means that something is very surprising. And sometimes if you see something that was really amazing, you might say, oh, wow, when you see it happening. So our vocabulary word looks like this. And our word is amazing. Amazing means very surprising. When you see something amazing, you might say, wow, look at that. Now, I don't know, do you think a dog jumping through a hoop is amazing? If my dog could jump through a hoop like this, I would think it's amazing. She usually just walks over the top of it. We've been trying to teach her that trick. She's not doing it. But you might see a dog jump through a hoop and you might think, well, that is an amazing thing. So think about what things are amazing. I'm going to read you 2 sentences, and I want you to think about which one of these is an amazing thing. Which thing would make you say, wow? Would a goldfish swimming in a bowl be amazing? Or a whale jumping out of the ocean? Which one would be amazing to you? Another example might be, would it be amazing to see a car pulling into a driveway? Or would it be amazing to see a spaceship landing on the playground? Which one would make you say, wow? The next word is also on this page, and it's the word hover. It says, hummingbirds are amazing flyers. They can hover in one place and fly backward. So what is in this picture right here? This is a hummingbird feeder, right? And so the hummingbirds, they're not just flying by, they're actually hovering right here and drinking and eating right out of that bird feeder. Hover means to stay in the air, flying right above something. And here's our vocabulary picture card. It shows a bee. A bee can hover also. This bee is hovering over a flower. Hover means to stay in the air, flying right above something. So a hummingbird can hover, a bee can hover, a helicopter could hover, right? It could hover and stay in the air, flying right above something. Think about if you've ever seen a helicopter that was hovering somewhere. What did it sound like and what did it look like? So this week you could write in your journal about, we've learned about a lot of animals, so you might write about an animal that you think is amazing. Maybe an animal that you know something about, or maybe an animal that you want to learn more about. What animal do you think is amazing, and what do you think is amazing about it? Some people have favorite animals like dolphins or seagulls, or I actually do really like hummingbirds and I like to watch them in my yard. So you could write about, I might write, I think hummingbirds are amazing. And I can tell why I think they're amazing. So many of them live in my backyard. So these vocabulary words are the ones that we worked on today. Migrate, which means to move from one place to another. Dine, which means eat. Amazing, which means very surprising. And hover, which means to stay in the air and fly right above something. When you listen to the book about birds, you might hear those words again and think about what they mean.